Hey team, Coach Daphne here, and I wanted to provide you with a couple of daily, weekly, and monthly tips, to-do tips, I guess you could call them. So I know when you first get started as a coach, or even if you've been a coach for a few years, a lot of what we do seems pretty overwhelming. I mean, we've got training groups, we've got challenge groups, we've got national wake-up calls and personal development and all these things that we're expected to do as a coach. So I remember Chalene Johnson in her book, she has a great quote saying, "Don't do nothing because you can't do everything." And that's been me in the past. If I feel too overwhelmed, I just throw my hands up in the air and go, I can't do this. So then I end up doing nothing at all versus just a couple of things that would have helped me move my business forward. So it has taken me about 3 years to really get a good structure or schedule, you can call it, in place to help me breathe a little bit easier and get a little bit of organization put back into my life. So I wanted to share these tips with you. Keep in mind, this is what works for me. It might be different for you depending on what your goals are and how much time that you have to commit to the business. So to start off, I wanted to share with you what I do every single day as a Beachbody coach. So my day starts off between 5 and 5:30, and that's when I have to get my workout in. My days are so full that if I don't get my workout in first thing in the morning, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to be able to push play at any other time during the day. So I get my workout in, I take my post-workout photo, then I post that on my fan page, and then I post it into any challenge group that I'm participating in as well. So for example, I'm currently doing PiYo and running a PiYo challenge group. So I'm putting my PiYo accountability picture in there to let the group know, hey, I'm not only hosting this challenge group, but I'm doing it right along with you. So from there, it's kid time. I've got 2 kids at home, they've got school, etc. So typically that wraps up, my morning workout routine wraps up around 6:30. I'm getting the kids ready. And then I'm not back at home and in front of my computer until about 9 o'clock in the morning. So here is how my typical day pans out. From 9 to 10 o'clock, I have it blocked off to grow my business. So this is where I'm posting in my challenge groups. I'm answering any questions from the night before from my challengers. I know a lot of people stay up late and do their post in the groups. I'm also reaching out to all my customers. So all of my new customers that I've received or any customers that have placed a new order. So I go into my order section, find out, maybe someone bought a challenge pack last night. So I reach out to them, send them a thank you, see how I can help them, etc. Also part of this hour, I like to reach out to my new fans. So if I have any new likes on my Work Your Wheels page, I'll send them a private message just thanking them for liking my page and offering any support that they need. So that's my 9 to 10, grow my business. From 10 to 11 is grow my team. So this is all team focused. Any training groups that I have going on, I'm posting that. I'm checking in with my Team Realize group, my Work Your Wheels group, any of my leader groups that I have. This is all coach focused. So I really want to make sure that during this hour, all of my coaches are getting the attention that they need from me. So that is from 10 to 11 is grow my team. From 11 to 12, I have a power hour. And this is nobody bother me, lock the kids up, put the dog in the garage. It's 1 hour of focused time. Now, if anyone, I'm not going to go into the actual power hour, but follow Mindy Winder. She puts together her power hour. This is go time. I'm doing all my follow-ups. I'm doing all my challenge group invites, business opportunity invites. This is strictly focused on growing my business, growing my team, whatever it is, that is my uninterrupted power hour time. And that is from 11 to 12. Now, around 12 o'clock, it kind of gets a little not so organized because from 12 to 1, I like to leave that open for coach calls. Now that's lunchtime. The reason I choose that is a lot of my coaches work full time. So the only time that they can do a coach call is usually in the evening. And for me, evenings are family time, or I've got other calls lined up, which I'll be getting into in this video. So I like to dedicate that lunchtime hour in hopes that coaches, if they are working full-time, then they can take a 30-minute lunch or 60-minute lunch, jump on a getting started call, jump on a check-in call, jump on a Zoom call, whatever it is that we're doing. So that 12 to 1, I like to leave open for coaches. Now, if I don't have anything scheduled during that time, then I'm doing some random follow-up. So maybe I'm preparing for my next challenge group. Maybe I want to put together a new outline for a What is Coaching call. That's kind of my 1 hour of just miscellaneous task time. From 1 to 1:30 is lunchtime. I got to eat, right? So I give myself a half an hour. So 1 to 1:30 is lunchtime. From 1:30 to 2 is personal development time. Now, if it's Monday, this is when I'm catching up on the National Wake Up Call. Because keep in mind, I'm dropping kids off at school at 8 o'clock in the morning. I can't call in. So every Monday from 1:30 to 2, I'm listening to the National Wake Up Call. All other days of the week, that's my personal development time. It's a half an hour of, reading my book, whatever book that I got going on that time, or doing some other type of personal development focused activity. Now, from 2 to 4 o'clock, that's school pickup time, etc. When we get back, I might do a quick check-in. Maybe I've got some messages that came in while I was gone. I really try to focus my attention, though, on my kids, because the beauty of this business is being able to free my time up so that I can spend more time with my kids. I can sit down with them and do homework assignments. We can go to the park after school and do, a play date or something like that. That is my family kid time. Now, on Thursdays, I do have a call at 4 o'clock. And again, I'll get to that. So typically, I don't start back to work until about dinner time. Mind you, I'm checking maybe messages in and out, but I've got homework, I've got dinner, etc. So usually around 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'll jump back online really quick, do a couple of follow-up messages, maybe check back into my challenge groups, make sure I'm not leaving anyone, hanging with any questions, etc. So that is my typical day. Now, my typical week, a little bit shorter. I do everything Monday through Friday, like I just mentioned, but included in my week, every Tuesday, I am now scheduled a YouTube video. So it is important to me that I am doing some type of proactive communication with my team or with the public via a YouTube video. So that's, hello, it's Tuesday, doing my video. Also, I like to do team recognition on Tuesdays. I run a sponsorship drill down report, and I'll be posting in our Team Realize group every Tuesday where all the coaches in our downline stand as far as Success Club. The reason I do this on Tuesdays is because Wednesdays are our last business day of the week. So if I do it on Tuesday and people feel like they're falling short of their goals or whatever it is, they still have a whole nother day to reach it by Wednesday night. The other item that I do, like I mentioned, the National Wake Up Call, it's very important to me. Even though I can't listen in live on Monday mornings, I do listen in during my personal development time on Monday afternoons. The other call that I make it very important to either call in live or for whatever reason listen to the recording is the weekly Team Hardcore call that is hosted by our upline, Janelle Summers. And that's at 4 o'clock Pacific time on Thursdays. So those are my weekly things that I do. Now, let's get to the monthly. So a lot of people are saying, what do I do every single month? Well, it also depends on what level that you're at. If you're a brand new coach, you might not be running training groups and all of that just yet. However, again, this is just a sneak peek into what my month looks like. So I set it up based on actually a tip that I heard on last week's National Wake Up Call, because I was trying to put together, again, some structure into being more consistent with when I'm running my trainings, when I'm doing my challenge groups, etc. So this is what I put in place. Every first Monday of the month, 3 things happen. I have a new Coach Basic group start. I'm going to start having a new push group start. So that's for everybody that's an Emerald coach that wants to push to Diamond. And I'm going to have a 5-day clean eating group. So every first Monday of the month, yes, I will be starting a 5-day clean eating group. That's free, where I will not be requiring any products at all. It's basically just to get people accustomed to being in a challenge group, earning my trust, and then it gives me the opportunity to present to them a long-term challenge group that I'll be offering down the road. So that happens the first Monday of the month. The second week, so on the second Tuesday of the month, I will be hosting in the evening a What is Coaching call. And this is open for all of you to also invite your prospects to. So this is a great segue for those people that have been in the 5-day clean eating group. Maybe after day 3, they've already lost 3 or 4 pounds and they're loving this and they want to start looking into, better eating exercise programs. And then what is this coaching thing that Daphne does? So it's a great opportunity to invite them to a Tuesday night What is Coaching call. From that call, I then start promoting our coach open house or sneak peek group, whatever you want to call it, that will start that next Monday. So the third Monday of every month, I'll be hosting a 5-day What is Coaching group. So you see how everything's just kind of trickling from one activity to the other. So after that open house takes place, the fourth Monday of the month, I offer a BB challenge group, Beachbody challenge group, meaning I'm requiring Shakeology or a challenge pack or a fitness program, whatever I decide to do. Keep in mind that during that first week where I'm running the 5-day free clean eating, I'm already starting to promote the Beachbody challenge group that will be starting in 3 weeks from that week. So if you can kind of put this together on paper, and that's what I had to do, it all just flowed very seamlessly. So say, for example, I am a new customer. I just joined a 5-day clean eating group. I'm more interested in hearing about what this coaching opportunity is. I listened to a call. I thought that sounds great. Let me drop into this 5-day, coaching group. From there, I'm going to buy a challenge group because I want to start Daphne's 30-day challenge because I lost 5 pounds doing this 5-day clean eating. So after I've been in a Beachbody challenge group that starts in a couple of weeks, because come on guys, not everyone wants to sign up as a coach right from the get-go. You might get lucky, but ideally people need to see and feel results, and it usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks. So if you're doing it right, 2 to 3 weeks from them seeing and feeling results, they're now wanting to sign up as a coach. You get them signed up as a coach, and guess what happens? That next Monday, they jump right into the Coach Basics training that starts that first Monday of the month. And then you just repeat. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details of when I scheduled my reminders, etc., but just keep in mind that as you're adding these types of activities and events to your calendar, you want to set the appropriate reminders. So if you have a Beachbody challenge starting in 3 weeks, set a reminder on your phone when you're going to start promoting it, what days that you're going to promote it. Maybe you don't want to promote it every single day and flood your news feed. So you know every Tuesday, Thursday, that's your BB challenge post. Write that on your calendar and make it reoccurring. Make it so that every single first of the month you wake up and go, I know every single training group I'm running. I know every single coaching group that I'm running, every single challenge group. I know when I'm promoting it, who I'm inviting, etc. So that's another thing I wanted to reach out to. 2 more things that I do monthly. The last Sunday of every month, I Hootsuite all my posts for the next month on my fan page. Well, I'm going to be. That's part of my new plan. So I'll sit down for a good, hour on Sunday and pre-schedule out all of my posts that I want to hit for my fan page. Also, every single month, on the very last day of the month or the last Sunday, however you want to run it, I put together, or will be putting together, a 100-name contact list. Because when I start off my month, I already want to know who I'm going to be reaching out to for challenge invites, for business opportunities. Of course, this is a revolving list, right? You're constantly adding to this list, but how much time and heartache and headache would it save you if you already had a list of 50, 75 people that you knew that you were going to reach out to before your month even started? So I hope that helps. I will put this all together in an outline format. I just need to schedule on my time when I'm going to do that. And as I think of other things that are working for me, I'll be sure to share them. And hey, again, this is just works for me. I would love to hear what is working for you. If you already have a system in place, apps that you use, whatever it is, please share it with the team. I mean, the more knowledge that we have, the better and just more successful that we'll be. And also keep in mind, don't feel like you have to do the same thing that somebody else is doing. I took the Franklin Covey training. I learned all about getting organized and scheduling and automating everything and running it all on Outlook and having all my calendar on my phone and my laptop. And I just finally decided I need to go back to old school. So when I put together this new schedule, it is all via a really thick daily planner, Post-it notes, and notepads. And it just, again, that's what works easier for me. I had to write it all there first. Then I just plugged it into my phone the other day because I was able to set reoccurring events. But for the most part, every day when I wake up, I go straight to my calendar and I see what I'm doing. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, make it a great day, team.